Choosing payroll accounting for your suitable business. It's easy to get the feature cart before the compatibility horse when evaluating software. Most payroll accounting software evaluations aren't led by IT managers. They tend to be executive initiatives spearheaded by departmental leaders and small business owners. The focus is usually on business processes, rather than technical details. To put it another way, when we talk to buyers about their needs, we hear a lot about things like receivables, budgeting, and order management. We don't hear so much about ODBC compliance, encryption protocols, or even required OS compatibilities. But ignoring the techy stuff up front often means discovering a showstopper later on. IT people have a different mindset when evaluating payroll accounting software. It doesn't mean caring more about bits, bytes, and bandwidth than the bottom line. It just means broadening your perspective to think about the back-end considerations that make it possible to run effective software. Your best bet is always to include a tech expert on your review team. But understanding some basic tech considerations yourself is absolutely essential to conducting an efficient and effective software review. You don't need to know all the buzzwords and jargon. You just need to make sure you're thinking through issues of deployment, OS compatibility, integration, and security with some rigor and clarity. Deployment. Who is going to host your accounting software is one of the most important technical questions to answer when evaluating software. A common reason to outsource the hosting of your software to your provider is to avoid the expense of maintaining internal server equipment and the necessary support staff. Quite simply, it can be easier to have a provider handle server configurations, bandwidth allotment, and periodic software updates than it is do it yourself. Too many buyers mistakenly assume though they are limited only to products with online or web-based in their title or marketing literature, if they want someone else to host the software. A web-based program is simply one that uses a standard web browser as the client-side software. Most web-based programs happen to be hosted by the provider, but this is not necessarily so. Conversely, a client-server model doesn't necessarily mean that you have to host the server internally. Many software providers will happily host your accounting application server in their data center, allowing you to connect with remote access software. OS compatibility. The accounting software market has traditionally been dominated by solutions that run on Microsoft Windows operating systems. It's not a hard trend to explain. It's simply a response to the operating systems users are primarily running. If you're running Windows OS machines, the accounting software world is your oyster and there are plenty of pearls to go around. If you are running something else, you've got a bit more work to do to find compatible software. Integration. How well accounting software integrates with other programs in your technology environment is an underrated factor when choosing accounting software. There's a financial impact to pretty much any activity your company undertakes. If your accounting software isn't integrated with other applications, you're missing opportunities to make better decisions and operate more efficiently.